What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys for all of your love and support. Over 1,400 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this is possible without you guys, so I thank you so very much. All the shares, the cares, makes a difference. And today, we're still living a bit of a quarantine life. Yes, it has just been our theme the last couple of months. And, we're still, we're up trekking, all right? We're making our way to making the best out of every situation. And so I've got my friend over at Grub to chat about a little bit about her company and how she's bringing people together. Hey, Carley.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes. So, all right. So let's talk about it. So what is the origin story behind Global Grub?
Yes. So my story starts about 9 years ago. So along my cooking journey, I wanted to branch out and recreate the wonderful foods I was enjoying abroad. I love to travel. Mm-hmm. But I found it was a really big hassle trying to find the right recipe. It was a scavenger hunt to find the less common ingredients. And ultimately having to buy these full jars and bags of items that I only needed a small amount. And so those would just sit in the cupboard and ultimately go to waste. But I loved the actual cooking experience itself. I felt like I was bringing a new culture to my kitchen and creating something I was really proud to share. So that's when I had my aha moment.
All right. So after you had your aha moment, what was your next step?
So I was actually in the corporate world and I did something crazy and I jumped ship and just went into research and and that was 9 years ago, so wow. It's going well.
Amazing. So, all right. So, as you say, you jumped ship, and you really, jumped into this new passion. You didn't really have any way to navigate it because there's really no blueprint for what you were doing. But what would you say was one of your first challenges?
Definitely, I think production. So, in the beginning, I was renting out a space in a 300 square foot bakery and making the product in the evenings till the wee hours.
Oh, wow.
And roping in family and friends that would come and help me here and there. But I think it was hard. After a while, it was just, you just scale and you just can't do that. So then I brought on what's called a co-packer, contract packager, which is basically companies that will make the product for you. And let's just say I'm on my 5th co-packer. And it's a bit of a marriage as far as finding the right fit for your company and your product. So I think those were definitely the challenges in the early years, the production side of things.
Definitely. Wow. That sounds like, it's got to be the right combination. It's got to be the right set of people and it's got to be the right, formula to make it happen. So I definitely can get that.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be the right size. Like they have to be able to scale with you, but they can't be too small. They have to be able to do the type of packaging. There's just a lot of factors that go into it.
Yes. So for you, what was the moment of confirmation? Like that moment that you said to yourself, you know what, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing.
I think getting feedback from customers in the beginning, because people are actually using the product. And still to this day, getting feedback from customers. I hear that people are having a fun night with our kids, or they turned out so delicious, or they felt transported to another country, or, they never thought they could make sushi, and they did. So they're really, impressed with themselves, or they gave the Mochi kit as a gift, and it put a huge smile on, somebody's face. I think to think that I created something that's helping people have these meaningful experiences with loved ones, that it really means a lot to me and definitely keeps me going, especially on those harder days.
Yeah, especially, now we're in this pandemic life and we're still trying to navigate it some kind of way. This is definitely an awesome way of just kind of, shooting the breeze, having fun, and learning, like I said, about other cultures.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So what are the current kits that you guys are offering?
So So we have our DIY Mochi ice cream kit, which is a super fun one for the family. And we have a DIY sushi kit.
Yes.
And we just launched a DIY fortune cookie kit. So all the kits come with the specialized shelf-stable ingredients, and then the key cooking tools and the step-by-step instructions. And then home cooks just add their favorite fresh items. So they would, you pick out your own ice cream for the Mochi ice cream kit, or the fresh seafood or veggies you want to use for sushi, etc. And then you can really customize it to your taste. So you can use whatever favorite flavors you want to use.
Yes, and I mean all three of those are just absolutely just mouth-watering, because I love mochi, and people don't understand, the Japanese culture, very, if you've never had mochi before, oh my gosh, you're missing out.
Right? It's handheld ice cream. What's more fun than that?
And there's just so many different flavors of it. There's so many different ways that you can get it. It's amazing. And to actually think that, wow, I can actually make mochi at the house. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Definitely. Yes. And then the sushi kit, that just seems like a bunch of fun too. Because a lot of times, like, I've been at places where they offer like, oh, do it yourself sushi kits or whatever. But they've got like a whole bunch of, attachments and things that you got to buy. They make it so extra complicated. From what I understand, your kit is pretty easy and pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and we include the ingredients so you can make eight sushi rolls or 48 pieces. And we include the rolling mat that you'll see often in the sushi restaurants. And yeah, that one's super fun because you can just get a spread of fresh ingredients, and then people can take turns rolling. That's a really fun kit.
Yes. And then probably my favorite would have to be the fortune cookie. I'm like, yes, fortune cookies. I get to make fortune cookies at home.
Yeah, a lot of people, everyone knows fortune cookies, right? But not a lot of people have made it, and it's actually easier than you would think, and you can have a lot of fun with the personalized fortunes as well.
Yes, I saw one of the DIY videos. I don't know if it was you that produced it or if it was like a fan made thing, but they showed actually like using the kit, and from inception of mixing and baking, and then I was like, wow, that really is simple.
Yeah, totally. Each batch takes like 10 minutes. Yeah. It really doesn't take a lot of time.
Dude, so. That's super easy. I love that. Yeah. I love that energy. Yeah. So, last but certainly not least, Carley, what advice could you offer to any aspiring inventors that have an unconventional idea that no one's ever heard of before?
It's hard to come up with things that no one's ever heard of these days because so many things exist. But to quote Nike, I would say just do it. Yeah. I was in that same position as far as I had always wanted to be an entrepreneur, but it was a matter of finding the right idea and timing, But timing is never going to be super perfect. There's always going to be an excuse you can make. But just do it. You don't want to regret not doing something, right? And I think secondly too, just being flexible. When I started this company almost 9 years ago, it looked a lot different, and so you just kind of have to roll with the punches, be flexible. I'm in a constant state of learning and evolving and changing and listening to customers. So I think first just doing it, and secondly just being flexible with the process.
Awesome. I love it. Carley, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. This is great.
Yes, and let everyone know the best way that they can go and get their kits, and also to follow you guys on social media.
Oh, yeah, thank you. So our website is globalgrub.com, and you can find us on Instagram mostly under Global Grub.
Sounds like a plan. Well, Carley, much more success to you and your team. You guys are doing amazing work. I can't wait to get one of those kits. Do some fun stuff.
Thank you. So I'll definitely be sending one your way for sure. The Mochi one, it sounds like, right?
Yes. Oh my gosh, sounds like so much fun. So definitely appreciate that, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. Makes a huge difference. But always keep in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face. You tell them, don't believe me. Just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys. Bye.